Hello everybody, it is Susan. I wanted to get on here and I wanted to give you guys a few tips about using this little baby. This is the Little Lee and Rose resin mixer that I showed you on another video. So I wanted to just a few tips that I've come across that I think would be helpful for anybody who's bought one of these. These cups are obviously plastic cups. These I found at Walmart. And as you can see, they fit into this very well. Because it's got the skinny bottom. So Walmart, that's where I got the cup at. And it works perfectly. Tip number 1. And then tip number 2 is if you need, and I do all the time, so if you need to fill this cup up higher than what it will allow you to do due to this tilt. I mean, if anyone's used it, they know that the tilt on this doesn't allow you to make use of the full cup because you will spill. So basically right now you can do about probably 60 ml mixing in this without it spilling everywhere. However, I have found out and figured out a way to up that a little bit or give you a little leeway so that you don't have to be like, oh, I can't fill it that far because if I do, I'm going to spill it everywhere. Then you don't get the use of your whole 60 ml or the use of your whole cup. Well, I have found a solution to give you a little bit more leeway. Magnets. Yes, magnets. And you're asking me, how is magnets going to help me, right? I'm sure you are. This is how it's going to help you. You take the magnets, you tilt your cup, put the magnets on the cup, on the bottom of the Little Lee. Now, you can mix more than what you normally would be able to mix because the Little Lee is going to give you a little bit more tilt that you're going to be able to fill it up more. That's tip 2. And tip 3 isn't really a Little Lee tip, it's a Susan tip. So tip 3 is going to be a measuring tip. And I'm sorry, I know I'm making you all sick, aren't I? There we go. I'm trying to move this camera everywhere and be all director-like. Not. Okay, so my tip is, with using these cups or any cup, you would have to measure it with any type of cup that you use. But if you use one certain type of cup all the time, you can save yourself time by measuring once. And then you don't have to, well, it saves you time because you don't have to use a measuring cup and then once you're done with that measuring cup, you have to either clean it out or throw it away, whichever one you do. Well, for me, I don't do that no more. I have marked this popsicle stick right here with the marks of where things land in this cup. So, for instance, I poured my first amount, and I used one of these. So I filled one of these all the way up to the top, poured it in this cup. You can do this with water. You don't have to do it with resin. For the first time, you know, to get your cup or your stick marked. So I filled it up with this into the cup that I use all the time. And then once I did, I marked the stick where I landed. And then I put in another one of these, full. And then I marked my stick where it landed. And I did it one more time because I do use resin that is 2-to-1 ratio sometimes. That's my more expensive, very clear resin, which is Counterculture DIY. I use it. When I use it, it's a 3-part. So I marked a third one so I could get the 2-to-1 ratio when I'm using it. Now, this helps you not have to measure out your amount every time. So it keeps you from having to clean a measuring cup every time. So what I do now is I take this stick, I put this stick up against my cup, and then I mark my cup. For the pour I'm going to be doing in a little while, I am only going to be using the 2-part 1-to-1 ratio. So I mark my cup, and there's my measure. So then, for this pour, my go-to resin is Puduo resin. I guess that's how you say it, which is this resin. It is also a super clear resin. The only bad thing about this resin is if you're doing thin pours, it does not like to set up very good. So this is more for a deep cast pour or deeper pour resin. This resin is. I always use it warm. Always warm my resin up, no matter what, because I work out of a basement, so it's always cold in my basement. It don't matter what time of year it is, it's always cold in my basement. But there you go. See, I didn't have to get out nothing to measure that. And then you just take your part B, fill it up to the line. For the little leading rows, you pop in your little stir stick. Pop it in the resin mixer. Voila! Turn her on, and as you can see, we are mixing, and I am not worrying about having any spills because I have a better angle so I can get more in the cup. Alright, I hope this was helpful to you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you are a resin artist, please comment and let me know. I'd just like to know how many resin artists that watch my videos, and I'd like to know if I'm helping you guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.